Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, China.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. It's good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. First of all, welcome to the Playroom.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
You're welcome. I'm sure people are wondering, okay, what's going on? Who is this? Let's get right into it. And I know there's a lot we're going to be talking about, especially when it comes to beauty, Instagram, Pinterest. So I would love you to take it away and let us know more about you.
Okay, yes. So my name is China Bell, born and raised in Harlem, New York.
Hey.
And I am a makeup artist and beauty content creator. It all started when my godmother put me in modeling school. I actually went to Barbizon, downtown Manhattan, and I was way more interested in the set of makeup brushes they gave me in my first makeup kit. I'm 15 at this time. And I was way more interested in that than actually walking the runway and posing for pictures, which was fun too, but I just gravitated more towards makeup, and it just went from there. I started doing makeup on friends and family, and my family was telling me I need to start charging because people were asking me to do like their prom makeup and makeup for this event and that event. So it kind of blew up from there. And then YouTube, everyone started like recording them doing makeup on YouTube, and I was like, hey, I can do this too. So I jumped on that bandwagon. Then Instagram came along, and I was doing that on Instagram after a while. Yeah, that's kind of how it started. And I just been doing makeup and sharing my experience on social media for a while now.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
First of all, New York, stand up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta represent. We gotta give credit where it's due. And it's amazing that your story really starts from an early stage. And a lot of people have these stories that they start when they were younger and they grew out of it. Some people follow through it, some of them don't, so it really depends on how life goes. But for you, you decided to stick with it and really see where you can actually expand and scale. So now, where you are right now, what are the things that have been really monumental in your career so far?
Meeting other influencers or other people. Before influencers was like a big thing, it was just like other people that were creatives and just had like really clear passions for what they wanted to do, and just were like go-getters and did it. Like they were like people I looked at and like, oh, I want to be just like that person. I want to just have an idea, do it, and not be afraid to do it and go for it. So having those people around you, like your community, is really great, because if you have people around you that are always negative or, not on the same page as you, you're not going to reach your full potential. So I had to like make sure I had go-getters around me and people that like, were moving forward in life, to make sure that I was staying on the same path. And that was really monumental to me. That's for one. Not giving up, because I've been through a lot in life, and I know we all have. Everyone's got their story and their struggles, but not letting those like make you fall back on your goals. Just keep moving forward. And my dad, I was raised by a single father. My dad passed from cancer when I was 16. And at that age, I wasn't really interested in like going to college. He just wanted me to. I just wanted to go get my aesthetics license and do makeup and stuff. But I wanted to make him proud. So I went ahead and went to college. And as soon as I graduated, I then got my aesthetics license. And I just look back at like, wow, like if I didn't go to college, which is kind of not related, but I'm just chatting. So, if I didn't go to college, I would have never met my husband now. I would probably be like somewhere else in life. It's just, I guess everything happens for a reason. And I don't know, looking back at like certain things like that were very important to you.
Wow.
I don't know, it's just crazy looking. I'm rambling, but it's just crazy looking back at like certain things and how they happen in life for you. And you're like, wow, God set that up because I was just trying my best and God did this for me. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about, you know, that commitment, you know, like what you're setting your intention to do and following through those guidelines without questioning the results. Because
right.
sometimes you may think the results are what you expect, but you probably need that expectation to be a little higher when you face some things. And when you realize that you can jump over that hurdle, then it's a little bit more clear for you to understand that you can't control everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's amazing to hear. And like, especially like you talked about influencers and online social media, you know, connections, networking. Right now, especially during this year when, you know, a lot of events have not been happening live, what has been working within your beauty industry and how has that transcended now, especially into what's going on now that the world is opening back up slowly?
Well, my thing was beauty, events like BeautyCon and Ipsy doesn't do this anymore, but it was like Gen Beauty. Generation Beauty was like their BeautyCon version, but they don't do it anymore anyway. My thing was like going to these events and meeting brands in person and meeting influencers in person and making those connections and hoping to get brand deals and hoping to get partnerships and hoping to collab. And just making friends and stuff. And that was really, you know, couldn't do that the past 2 years. So, but what's been working for me, just staying consistent on social media, like, just posting and like rolling with the punches. Like these apps just come up with new stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And I know you guys have heard that, oh, if you get right on it, it'll be successful for you, which I've been doing. Like, just jump on it. And if it's successful for you, that's awesome. If it's not, at least you tried, but like keep on going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's been working for me. Like Reels really took off for me a little bit. It's not working out for me right now, but when Reels first came out on A.G.E, like my Reels really took off and it was like crazy. And also Pinterest, this is crazy. I'm going to get into my crazy story about Pinterest.
Okay.
Unless you want me to wait.
Nah, I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Okay. A friend of mine who's also in the same industry that does like makeup and influence and stuff, actually told me about how Pinterest is starting this new thing called story pins. And you need a business account on Pinterest, and you know, it's not launched yet, and you have to apply to have access to it. And this was in like November 2020. So I'm like, okay, I've had Pinterest forever. I'm not like an influencer on Pinterest, but I've had it to like save ideas and like, I don't know, plan my wedding or plan a birthday party or something. You know how Pinterest works.
Yeah.
So I started a brand new page because I've had that page since I was like in high school probably, or I don't know, college. But I started a brand new page, named it China Belle Beauty because I wanted to be all about beauty. And I applied for story pins. I started a business page, applied for story pins. I didn't hear anything back for like 2 weeks from Pinterest. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just, you know, keep on waiting. And then one day I looked and I had access to story pins that said early access. Hey. And I was like, oh, shoot. Wait, how long has this been here? Did I just get access today? Has this been here for a week? Because I was like thirsty trying to get story pins so I could start posting stuff because I knew it was going to blow up because I had this information from a friend who's an influencer. So finally got into that, and my story pins were doing great. It was right before Thanksgiving. Let me go to my app and see. Like, it was right before Thanksgiving when I started. What was my first video? I had just did like a video about like Huda Beauty. Those were doing okay.
Okay.
But once Christmas came around and I had a pin on, let me see. I'm trying to figure out which pin it was. Oh, how to holiday makeup look. That was it. And that got like almost 2 million impressions on. I never had a million nothing before. It almost got 2 million. And I was like, whoa, it was blowing up, going crazy. And I'm like, what is happening? So I'm like, I need to post every day. Like, I just need to make content and post every day. And that was, I'm looking at it right now. So it was created December 6th, 2020. And it just blew up because that was like, everyone's looking for holiday looks. You know what I mean?
Right.
And before that pin, I had posted like 6 or 7 or 8 other pins of old content I had, just to kind of like figure out how to use story pins and what works. But it wasn't until that holiday post that it blew up, and then the followers started flowing in like crazy, and I was like, whoa. So I just started posting, and I forget what your original question was now, but it was
Nah, this is just perfect because it's talking about the whole experience, and definitely
so I just started like, you know, I just kept staying consistent on Pinterest. Pinterest is very new to me as far as being a creator on Pinterest. I've been a creator on Instagram for like years, and I felt like Instagram has just been at a standstill for me. But I didn't really, after a point, I just stopped caring about the numbers and just like, I'm posting content. This is what I love to do. So I'm just not even going to worry about the numbers or worry about how many views. I'm just going to still post because there's still an audience that loves to see my work.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm still going to post for them. I'm still going to post for me.
Exactly.
But I have been a little bit more leaning towards Pinterest because it's just been like booming like crazy. So.
Now that you've mentioned booming, now I'm sure people are wondering, okay, they're thinking sales, they're thinking brands, they're thinking features. And also congratulations on your Pinterest verified account.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I forgot to mention that.
You can't leave that out.
I'm still in awe. Like, how? What?
That's amazing. Yeah. Now that you have authority, especially people still see your Instagram and you're still active, which is great. But now that you're on Pinterest, using it visually for people to see and, you know, change their lives, because people are trying these things you're doing and going to events that are making them get compliments. So it's really part of their day, and it's really part of the whole ecosystem. It's not just what we post, it's how it impacts people throughout a day-to-day procedure. So for you now on Pinterest, how was that converted into, like you said, brands, influencers, sales, conversions, especially using social media and search engines? What is the major difference you've seen between Instagram success and Pinterest success?
I would say starting with Instagram success, like throughout my career on Instagram, I've gotten like a lot of like brand deals. There were small brand deals. Like at first it was like, we'll send you these products for free and you'll create videos. And I was like, cool, free makeup. But then after a couple of years, you're like, okay, I need to get paid though.
Right.
Because I need to pay my bills. So after a while, like, so now that I'm like further along, I've been on, I would say Instagram, doing influencing for like, not 10 years. I would say like 7 or 8, probably more than that. So after a while, you're like, okay, how can I secure deals where I get paid? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I just had to learn, and I spoke to like other influencers around me, and like, if one person shared that they got a deal where they got paid, we're like, okay, how did you go about doing that? What was your verbiage? And sometimes it'll be like, oh, the brand reached out to me and they automatically said, we'll offer this price. And we agreed on a price and that happened. Or they'll say they reached out and offered product. And I said, I am doing this type of work for monetary. I guess I'm trying to say basically you would have to pay me
right.
for me to do this. But don't email a brand and say that. You have to word it right, or figure out the right wording. But it's just learning from other people around me and stuff. But yeah, so if a brand reaches out to me today, and they're like, hey, we want you to do this, I'll just instantly I already have a rate sheet. And I'll say, hey, thanks for reaching out to me. I'm excited to work with your brand. Here's my rate sheet. I look forward to speaking to you more. Nice. And then boom, like they already know I'm not working for free. You have to pay me.
Facts.
So I started doing that about probably I would say 3 years ago, which I wish I got on that sooner. But when you get sent a bunch of things you love for free, it's like, hey, why not? But after a while, you're like, I need to pay my bills though.
Exactly. So, exactly.
So that was Instagram for me. I also am a makeup artist. Like, I don't only do my makeup, I do other people's makeups. I do weddings and stuff. So being sent makeup for my kit is awesome because I don't have to buy it. So it depends on what brand. Huda Beauty sends me products all the time and they don't pay me, but I love their stuff. So of course I'm just gonna, I'm gonna advertise them. I'm gonna, but if it's a brand that you don't aren't passionate about, then either don't share it on your page, or or if you want to share it, just say, or if you want to work with them but you're not oh my god, I need these products, send them your rate sheet. You know what I mean? You're getting paid.
Exactly.
But moving to not Instagram, you were moving to Pinterest. So my first, I've only had 2 Pinterest deals. My first one was actually, so these happened after I got verified on Pinterest, and they came directly from Pinterest. So Pinterest is emailing me. Excuse me. So the first one was they wanted me to create, and I have it. It's 1, 2, 3, the 4th story pin on my page. Real simple. And they were like, can you create a colorful eyeliner look? Boom, it will pay you this much. I read my contract, of course, but I'm not sure if I could talk about it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I don't want to say how much I got paid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they gave me the offer. They said, hey, can you create a wing eyeliner look? And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, hey, right? I can do this in my sleep.
Exactly.
And you're going to pay me for it? Heck yeah. So.
True.
So I did that, and I was already creating story pins, obviously, because I want to remain consistent and still build my audience on there. So I did that look, which was great. And I honestly believe that was a test run for the next brand deal that they came at me with, because this brand deal that I'm currently working on is huge. I've never had a brand deal this big. And it's still it boggles my mind. What?
Wow.
What? So that's my current brand I'm working on. Hopefully I get to post within the next 2 weeks. So you guys will see it, and it will say paid partnership with. So that information will be out then. I just am not sure that I can speak directly on it, because your girls still want to get paid. I didn't get paid yet for this one. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We don't want to spoil that at all. We don't want to ruin that or come in the way of that.
Right.
That's amazing. I'm so happy and excited
you.
for you. This is true storytelling that really shows that if you really put your time into something, you can really get back what you're looking for and be paid even more because you're being intentional about your practice.
Right.
One of the things I've got to hear from people who are listening to the podcast, and I'm so excited to have them on the show and listen in and, just give their reviews. And I get some of them saying, oh, I'm gardening. Oh, I'm in the grocery store. Oh, I'm probably driving, and I keep wondering, like, this is such an active lifestyle that we're living. And the value we're giving people is so good that if you're mowing the lawn, you're having a good time, you're chilling. But sometimes when we overthink those things and we just bypass it, someone's like, oh, wow, I remember that episode because of that thing. Remember? Mm-hmm. There's a whole episode about a certain topic where people remember those things that are really monumental. So it plays a lot into like what you've described, what they're asking for. You could do that in your sleep. They could ask any other makeup tutorial, artist, expert, coach, to do that. But because you have that presence, you've been able to really show that dominance, and I'm so excited for the future for you.
Thank you. I'm excited too. Things are like happening all around me, and I'm like, yes, let's do this.
Exactly.
Let's do this.
Yes.
So grateful.
Honestly, it's just big time for you. And one of the things I can tell you that is really doing well for your Pinterest, just looking at it from another perspective, from a business perspective, is that because you're intentionally posting high quality pictures that have in-text graphics that are telling them about something before they tap on it, whether as an idea pin or as an actual pin, you're also sending them to your Instagram, which is where you also have a lot of traffic. So you're pretty much building a wheel of fortune. You're creating like a remodeling target that allows people to connect with you, and over time, it's just beautiful. And you can see the results now because it's so like back to back to back. And that's what I think I love about Pinterest business accounts, is that when you see something that looks so authentic and you see the consistency, it really changes a lot about how people actually perceive you when they look at you the first time,
Right.
Yeah, this is amazing. So I'm now thinking about Pinterest and how you've been able to use Pinterest to build a community. Now, when people are thinking about brand deals, that's you. But now when you think about Pinterest and the activity within the platform, how has that changed your experience before and now after?
The activity within the app, like in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, here comes the lawnmower again. Okay. In my mind, I'm thinking, like speaking to like audience and stuff, like answering questions. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like how has the app been for you when you're in there, and the comments you get, the analytics you get, the kind of receptive analytics you get in your dashboard that tells you, oh, right. So this is where people are coming from. This is what people are looking for.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get it. So when I look at I'm just so glad that the analytics are so like in depth, because like I can see firsthand, like if I have a story pin and I'm just thinking, oh, this is the best idea this month that I've had, and I'm putting it out there and then it does horribly, then I'm like, okay, I can look and see like what went wrong, and I can compare it to other story pins that I've done, and see like, okay, maybe was it the time I posted it, or was it because like the head picture, like the front, the cover photo, was it, if like that really makes or breaks your post, because if you have a crappy like cover photo, people are not going to click on it. So I've posted the same story pin before, but just a different cover photo, and it did like amazing. And so just looking at like your analytics and like seeing like what works, what doesn't work, and trying to figure it out, that really helped me. And speaking to my audience, like when they have questions and answering them and just chatting with them is really cool. And I honestly try my best to respond to everybody. And like, even if I'm just saying thank you to like 30 people in a row, like I literally sit there on my laptop, and just go down, like, I read what they say and I'm like, thank you, and I appreciate that, or thank you so much, I love this look that you did, or if they're also an influencer or something. And that has really like helped, and I'm building relationships. Like, there is like people that as soon as they comment, I'm like, I know them because they've commented on like 6 other story pins or posts that I've had, and they're always like consistent with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I know this person. So, but yeah, all of the tools within the app are like great. Like, I have no issues with them. Story pins are now called idea pins. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I guess Pinterest, fine. I like story pins better, but okay, Pinterest, it's your show, so I guess we'll call them idea pins now. But yeah, the tools are great. I've really been able to connect and build with my audience. And I've had people that follow me are like, say like, hey, can you do like a waterproof mascara, like the best waterproof mascaras and stuff? And I'm like, yeah. And then I'll create a video on that. You know what I mean? Like, right. They'll ask for certain things, so they tell me what they want to see. So if there's like a week or a month that goes by and I'm like, I don't know what to post. Like, I feel like I've posted everything. I can go back to the ideas of my community. They're like, yeah, we want to see this. Thank you. You're helping me out. You're helping me create content for you. So
that's amazing.
Which helps me.
Exactly. It makes you consistent, and now you're actually giving them what they want.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Pinterest is just great. I have nothing but like high praises for Pinterest. They're awesome.
That's amazing. Now, when I look at your posts and your stories, ideas pins now, when you post idea pins, let's say one idea pin and then another idea pin that's probably 10 or 9 or 12 or 13, is there a difference in impact?
You know what? I guess it depends. Like I've been like the ones where I have like just one, those actually they do pretty good. You know what I mean? They're not like mine that reach like crazy numbers, like 1 million.
Right.
I feel like if you're posting around like a holiday or something where people are really looking for specific, like, they're going to be searching for St. Patrick's Day makeup, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or like Valentine's Day makeup, like those big holidays, you need to make sure you're posting a month in advance and post like multiple videos on that topic. Because those are, people are searching, people are searching for those. So those would be the best to post and the best time to post. But anyway, yeah, so the ones like that have like one story pin or idea pin, those are just like when I have nothing to post and I'm like, let me post this. I made this on TikTok like months ago. Let me just post it real quick on here. And those do pretty good. Like, like I get followers from them and like comments and engagement and stuff, which is great. But when I actually sit down and do the work and do more than like one, those do way better. So I think the one-offs are kind of like fillers. And then the ones where I'm like dedicating a lot of time to, those do much better. I definitely can say that.
Okay. And in between each of them, how much time do you spend? Is it 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 seconds? What's the length? And do you like pair them up and give them different shuffles so that's not always too long or too short? How does that play into how you create that?
Oh, for my idea pins?
Yeah.
So they only let you have an idea pin for like, you can do under 60 seconds. So if you're like one frame. So if your total idea pin could be, I don't know, what's the longest? I've probably seen one that was like 20 minutes or something. And I was like, well, this is way too long. I can't watch this.
Right.
But yeah, so each like frame, it can only be 60 seconds or less. But I try to, like, I've had some that are 60 seconds and those work fine. Because I'm like, this makeup tutorial, so I'm showing you step by step and telling you like what to do and how I do it and what products I use. But other ones, like, I feel like we, like, like, I'm more, like, on the consumer side, I'm more, like, I would say an Instagram person versus a Twitter person. Like, I like visual, like seeing stuff instantly than, like, reading it and spending a long time on a post. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay. So, I take that and try to put that into my work. Like, I try to add both, because, like, if I'm trying to learn something, then I'm definitely going to read what I can about it. But I'm a visual person, so I just like to keep the visuals, you know, short and simple and easy, and have a little bit of some script right there so you can, like, read what I'm doing. And I don't know, I kind of just put it all together. But I just try to keep it to the point and not, like, drag it out. If that makes sense. I think I'm just babbling.
No, you're making sense. Nah, you're definitely making sense, because sometimes people think too hard about these things, and it's not that hard. So even, like, when you create, like, call to actions, telling people about what they have to do with the post right after they've watched it, do those things matter? Because, like you said, as soon as you're done, you don't want to add anything else that's going to exhaust or exaggerate what you just explained, you know? So, like,
yeah, so oh no, go ahead.
Now, just gonna say, like, based on the call to action, how does that play into what you show them and how that response comes in, whether you do it or not, and if there's an impact when you do that?
If I have a call to action on there, like, if I say I do lipstick swatches, and then I ask, you know, what was your favorite lipstick swatch on me, or which one do you think you're gonna try? Like, I do get people that comment back and say, and, you know, engage with me, which is awesome. I've had a few where I'm wearing, like jewelry that I also sell. I have a website called The Butterfly Box with 2 X's.com. And I sell jewelry online. But if I'm wearing the jewelry in my Pinterest post, I'll just, at the end, because, you know, idea pins don't click out to anything. They keep you in the app. So I'll just, like, my last slide or my ending slide, I'll be like, jewelry, get this look from thebutterflybox.com, or, you know what I mean? I just leave it there. So then it's easy for them to see it, and they're like, if they're really interested, then they can go to it. It would be better if they could click to it, but, you know, I'm working on figuring out what I can do to have people click on stuff like clickable posts, how to incorporate that into my page, because my page is mostly story pins, and every now and then I'll do regular pins. But not often. So I think I'm going to try to now do a balance. So I'll do, like, one story pin, and then right after I'll do a related regular pin, which people can click on, and it'll click out to my Instagram or my website. Or if I'm working with a brand, it'll go to that brand under, like, my link that the brand sent me or something like that.
Right. I love what you said in the beginning, just earlier on, about how you need to post in advance. Now, Now, if you don't post in advance, do you see the effect, or does it just pass by you?
Well, okay, going back to the beginning when I spoke about the holiday makeup look that got, let's see, it was 1,845,310 impressions. It's still crazy to me.
Damn.
So I like to say almost 1 million. Sorry, almost 2 million.
Yeah.
But I created that. It was the holidays. I created it on December 6th. And I feel like if I posted this on Christmas, I would have not gotten as many views or impressions at all. So I do like stick by that. Like, timing is everything. I feel like if I didn't jump on Pinterest and create a business account and apply for story pins, now called idea pins, back in November 2020 when I did, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. So I do say timing is everything. But I feel like if you you feel like you missed your chance, say if it's like, going back to the example about the Christmas post, if you feel like, oh, Christmas is like in 3 days, like, still post it. Like, you never know. Like, I feel like we never know. Like, and if you don't post it, then you won't ever know. But I didn't post this post thinking I would get almost 2 million impressions. Like, I was just doing it because I'm like, okay, Christmas coming. I know people, are looking for holiday looks. Let me just post this, and it just blew up. I wasn't expecting it to, but it did.
Wow.
But yeah, timing definitely is everything.
And quality too, because your pictures, your videos, they are so high quality. Like, somebody can just stare without even thinking about what you're doing because of the quality of the video compared to somebody else that's doing the same thing and the video is not that appealing.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do have some stuff that, because I have a Sony A5100 camera that I used my graduation money from college and bought, and I was like, yeah, now is like when I start creating this high quality content. I wanted to get a great camera, and I've been using that camera for years and I have no issues.
That's what's up.
And I just love that camera. But I also have noticed that some people I feel like it's the younger generation, because I'm 29. I'm almost 30. And I feel like the younger generation, they do like high quality, but they're used to like just your phone. You know what I mean? Like, so when I post like stuff that I've made on TikTok from my phone, like, I haven't seen any of those blow up to like this holiday post that I did. But they do pretty good too. So I feel like it's a mixture. But I feel like if you're consistently posting high quality stuff, then that'll get more attention, more impressions.
Okay.
But if you're not there yet, I feel like your phone is good. You know what I mean? Like, baby steps.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly. And I think when people are able to tap into this and do their own research and then or follow you and tell you, okay, do you have any resources that you can be able to provide to people, and you have them, it's going to make them even wonder, damn, she's really got it all together,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And right now with what you've been doing with Pinterest, it's amazing to see how you've been able to create that over time, and you've been focusing more on idea pins more than actual pins, but they've been getting more impressions. And yes. People are gonna be asking, okay, so what should I focus on now? What's my next move? What would you say to those type of people who are wondering, okay, should I do both, focus on one, or kind of play with both at the same time?
Well, I've been more doing the idea pins because those have been working great for me. And then when I do like, because I'm on my insights now, so I'm trying to figure out like, okay, my last regular pin I posted, it was, I had my hair done, my makeup done. It was like a high quality photo. My nails were done. I looked really cute. I do not look that cute today, so I'm kind of sad. But I look real basic today. It's a holiday, and I'm just like chill in the house with pajamas on. Not as glamorous. But that one did. It says I got 385 impressions and 1 save. Cool. And then so if I go to like my last story pin, I'm gonna do one with that same like related look. So I have the same look, but it's a story or idea pins. Sorry. So I got 30,000 impressions. Pin clicks 607. People clicked on my post. 80 people saved it. I got 2 follows from it, and I got 46 profile visits. I got 6 comments and 72 reactions, which is when people like heart your content.
Yeah.
So of course I'm like, yeah, I need to post more idea pins because I get way more engagement than when I post a pin. But now because idea pins are not you can't click on that and then like it links you to my store where I want you to buy something, or my Instagram where I want you to like possibly follow me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I did get 300 and it was 86, I think, impressions on my regular pin, just a picture pin. And so I'm, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, why not? You know, why not post it?
Exactly.
I already know right now for me, pins don't do as good, but who knows what the future holds? They might do as good as idea pins or even better. We don't know. And if you don't post, you'll never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I would definitely like do a mixture of both, which I need to follow my own advice because I haven't posted an actual regular pin in a while. So I do want to get into posting idea pin and then a regular pin, idea pin, and like simultaneously together.
You know what you could do?
Try that.
I was just thinking, if you have like 12 images or 12 videos in one story or idea pin, then take the best picture, or take two, maybe the call to action and the like the cover image in the back, you know, like a book, like take out strip out the whole content and just leave the back, the hardcover, and then put that into your Pinterest pin, and then save it to the same board, but now link them somewhere that you want them to go to. Okay,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that idea. I will try the sandwich method.
I like that. Yeah.
Ice cream sandwich method. We'll try that.
Exactly. You got to put some Oreos in there, you know?
Oh, of course. You cannot forget the Oreos. Love it.
Exactly. Yeah, this is amazing. I'm so happy and I'm excited because, you know, people are going to be using this platform, and you're going to be showing people that, hey, this is what I do. And people don't doubt that because you're consistent. And I just think right now there's so much to offer, especially on Pinterest, because these are things that people 2 years, 3 years from now, each holiday makeup look, you're just going to be getting another million on top of another million on your impressions.
Oh my God, that's insane to think about.
Yeah, because you're in the perfect market for the perfect people. But some people will also think, okay, can I too get the same kind of impressions in my own industry? It's possible. And I think the way you've done it, everything that you're talking about is within the makeup tutorial. So that tutorial is big as a word because people don't know how to do their own makeup, or they know how to, and they're just probably trying to figure out what other method can I use to enhance what I already know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, based on your contacts in terms of messaging, because some people don't even know that there's a messaging in-app. Like there's no in-app. There's an in-app messaging platform feature within Pinterest. Is that used a lot? Do people inquire, or is that a very quiet place?
People do message me on there, but it's random. It's never like, hey, China, what lipstick shade was this? It's never that. It's always someone sent me like a video from some other Pinterest page, like a funny one or one about food. It's real random. But there have been, I would say, probably 5% have been actual people like, oh, hey, I love your work. I just want to say hi. And I do communicate with those people. I've had one example would be this girl, I think she was like in 6th grade or 7th grade. And she was like, she's like, yeah, when I get older, I want to do makeup just like you. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like inspiring the young people. This is like crazy to me. But I just like, you know, we chatted a little bit, and she plays soccer. She was telling me about like what she does and stuff and how she wants to eventually do makeup. And I'm like, hey girl, reach out to me anytime. I have all the, you know, everything that I've experienced or anything I know, I'll tell you. Like, if you have any questions, I'll answer them. You know, if you ever need any makeup advice, I'm here. But that was pretty cool. But I don't get that often. It's just really some random stuff. So I've actually, tried to turn off my messaging, but that didn't work because I still get messages. So it's just random stuff.
Oh man, that's amazing though. So that already shows that people are more interested in the experience of commenting spontaneously when they see something, and that's where the comment section becomes more active.
Yeah, my comments, people like will comment and we'll have a conversation there. I very rarely have conversations in my messages. And so maybe that may change one day, but right now it's just super random.
Wow, that's amazing. And now that you're really taking off, because you are taking off, you're already taking off actually, but you're about to go to that next milestone that you want to reach for your business. What are the things that you are paying attention to now, especially that this platform is doing a lot more good than you actually imagined?
I'm like, oh, hold up. I got 2 online businesses that I need to be linking out. I'm getting all this engagement. Like, let me figure out how to do this. Let me incorporate this so that, I can expand my business on Pinterest through this platform. So that's something I'm currently working on. And we spoke about that before. I'm definitely like working on that and trying to incorporate that into my Pinterest.
That's amazing. If there's one thing you want to tell the audience about your experience, especially somebody like, that's looking up to you, just like you mentioned, what can you tell them that's going to give them that kickstart mentality?
I would say, I'm trying to think of something to say that doesn't sound cliche. But it doesn't matter what you've been through. Like, take all of those things and put all that passion, all the anger, all the experience, heartbreak, whatever it is, just put it into your heart and just say, I've been through this, but guess what? Look at me in 5 years. I'm going to be here, and just go for it. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody stopping you. You got this. Just push forward. You can do it. And if you feel like you're around people that are not helping you, you know what I mean? Like, are not going to be able to get you to where you want to be in 5 years or help you or support you, you can change that. Like, there are so many friends that I found online just people that do makeup that like are passionate about what they do. And I just like link up with them, like, hey, what are you doing this week, as far like social media wise? Like, I message them, well, what are your ideas for this week, or did you get any new palettes? Do you want to do like a collab together, or do you want to do a review together? Like, just little things. But I would just say, surround yourself by like-minded people. Don't, like, we've all been through stuff, but like, use that to push yourself forward. Like, you've been through so much. Like, you got this. You can do it. Just be the person you want to be in 5 years. But yeah.
That's definitely good. Yeah, I will take on that too. And when you said 5 years, somebody's gonna think of themselves in 5 years and come back to reality and realize that, hey, I need to really do something. And that makes a lot of sense. And I hope it resonates with a lot of people too.
Yes, I hope everyone understood my craziness. I kind of like talk all over the place.
No.
But I hope it like resonates with people and they like really like understand. So yeah, and can relate. I hope people can relate to me.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, China, for being here and just telling us more about your experience, because people need to really have an insight from somebody else that's not me. And it's always great to have people like you that are really, really pushing on and becoming those beacons of light for other people to shine on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for this platform, for this space to just like share my story. It's really awesome. I don't get to do this often, so this was really, really cool.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I'm wishing you the very best in the future, especially with those deals coming up soon.
Thank you. And same to you. I know you're doing big things, so same to you.
Thank you. Thank you, China. Take care.
All right. You too.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.